has told the centre to remain prepared for the third wave of the COVID pandemic by factoring in future needs of rural areas for oxygen, medicines and medical treatment, citing experts that the third wave will affect children, which will lead to even parents accompanying them to hospitals. The top court observed that vaccination needs to be undertaken for various groups of people in a scientific way in order to protect lives. Questioning why Delhi's hospitals were still sending SOS requests for a few hours of oxygen left with them, the Apex Court made it clear that the panic over oxygen in the national capital needs to be taken care of by building ample buffer stock while preparing for future challenges. The court also held that the centre's oxygen demand formula needed a relook as it did not factor in isolation patients, ambulances and various COVID care facilities. The two-judge bench of Justice Chandrachud and Justice M.R. Shah agreed with Centre's suggestion for a pan-India oxygen audit to ensure accountability for redistribution of the stock, which was much in demand across states. The court gave its observation after Solicitor General Tushar Mehta mentioned Centre's appeal against Karnataka High Court order to raise oxygen allocation to the state and argued that such orders and varying demands from states will lead to a total collapse of the system. The court noted that the COVID warriors, the on-duty doctors, were already fatigued and the 1.5 lakh doctors awaiting the NEET exam and 2.5 lakh nurses sitting at home will be crucial to battle the next wave of the pandemic. Centre agreed to the court's suggestion to incentivize PG NEET aspirants by providing them grace marks in the exam for COVID duty. While the Apex Court indicated that it wanted to create a national pool of learning from COVID for the entire nation, Solicitor General argued on behalf of the centre that states have their own system for oxygen distribution, claiming that centre had to divert oxygen supply from other states to comply with the court order to give 700 metric tons to Delhi. He submitted that the government should not be held responsible if someone dies of oxygen shortage in the states from where supply had been diverted. Informing that a meeting was held with Maharashtra government officials as per the court's suggestion, Centre wanted to create an audit committee to look at actual oxygen demand in states and solve distribution problems. Centre told the court that unloading of oxygen was taking way too long in Delhi as tankers had to undertake more trips to eastern India to come up with refill stocks. The amicus curiae urged the top court that 700 metric tons of oxygen supply should be maintained for Delhi till a new formula is arrived at and suggested that infectious disease modelers and epidemiologists can be roped in to forecast any further infection spikes, stressing upon the need to avoid shortage of testing kits, oximeters, ventilators and beds. The amicus